Today, guys, we're going to look at some artwork that you can buy right now from one of the most famous toy designers ever. He designed He-Man. Let's take a look. You may not know the name Mark Taylor, but in 1976 he went to work for Mattel Toys and started doing designs for action figures. And most of us 80 kids fell in love with his creation, He-Man, Masters of the Universe. Now, I'm not saying he came up with a whole plan for He-Man, but he did do a lot of the artwork that became figures and everything else, and made it a big hit. And on Heritage Auction website, a lot of his artwork is up for sale. And we're going to take a look at it. And he did more than just He-Man. I mean, he did the Tarzan line for Mattel. He even worked on some concept for Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So let's dig into these. And before we do that, let me say I'm sorry if this video is past 8 o'clock. I got ready to make this video and somebody got in my Amazon account, ordered like 6 gift cards. So I had to deal with calling Amazon, then calling my bank, and then I had to deal with a bunch of shit. So let's go. You see Heritage Auction right here. They always got a lot of good rare toys and action figures, prototypes, first shots and stuff. And we got the art. And let's look at this one right here. Robo. I can't talk tonight. I can never talk. Robot Troll. Now, from what I understand, this wasn't a toy line that ever hit, but it was something he came up with and thought, oh, this will be a great toy. Let's do it. And you look, you can bid on it right now. It's only at $1, but that's pretty cool. That would have been a cool action figure to get. But and look at this one right here. Some of you may remember this toy line. Star Wars? I probably said that wrong. Look at that one guy. Like he's all shocking. This toy line did get out. And that's $10. That's some beautiful artwork. Wouldn't that look good in your toy room all framed up and everything? And let's go over. Here's Tarzan. I said he worked on Mattel's Tarzan line. Here's Tarzan comic art panels by Mark Taylor. As you can see right there, there's Tarzan riding a dang motorcycle. I've seen it all now. And let's go over here. And here's one from the He-Man collection. Zodak. I never liked this figure. I had this figure as a kid, and he was always like, who wants to play with that one? He was, we would get our box out, and a friend would pick one, I would pick one. That's how we did it. We didn't really go by good guy or bad guy. Always. And this guy would always get the last one picked. He was like the nerd that had to play at recess, that had to play softball with you. And you're like, he's going to be the last one picked. I never liked this figure. But there he is. There's some concept art for him. Right? Concept, is that what you call this? Or original artwork, I should say. Sorry about that. $95. Still not a bad price for some original artwork there. And let's go down here to this one. I'm sure you all know this guy right here. Man at Arms. Yes. Man, I had a friend that called him Mini Arms, and he used to make me so mad. He'd be like, oh, I'm going to play with my Mini Arms figure. I was like, he's got 2 arms. You don't have mini arms. But there he is right there. It's still pretty cool looking. You see, that's going for a little higher so far right there, $320, because it's one of the main characters. He better be in that new He-Man movie. And then we've got from Ninja Turtles. I told you this, the Ninja Turtle stuff. Check this out. The Ninja Turtle layer right there. That's pretty cool right there. Look at that. Men at work. That is cool. Before we look at more, I just want to tell you, this weekend only, shirts are on sale at junkmanmerch.com. I got this shirt on right here. I like to lay around the house in this shirt. We got a new shirt. We got a new design. Am I pointing the right way? We got a new design right here. You know who that is. Go Speed or Go. And we got some other shirts right here. Junkmanmerch.com. $16 all weekend. Depends on when you watch this video, but check it out. It might be on sale again. Junkmanmerch.com. Now let's continue looking at some of this artwork. This one's really cool right here from Spider-Man. Spider-Man Web of Terror Mount Proof. Look at that. If you're a Spider-Man fan, who wouldn't want that? It's only got $1. It's got 2 little stars mixed to maybe you gotta log in and see what the price is. It can't be $1. Because look at this thing. That thing is awesome. I see Spider-Man. I see Doctor Doom. I see Green Goblin, but he's yellow. Yellow Goblin, I guess. I see the Dr. Ock guy, and then I see that guy there with the fancy fur collar. I never liked that guy. He was a little too fancy for me. And then we've got, check this out right here from He-Man. That's a cool one right there. He-Man, Master Universe, Battle Cat. Original artwork. Catapult. I knew what the word was. I just didn't say it. Catapult. There it is right there. That looks pretty darn cool. $30. That ain't bad. $30. And look at this one from He-Man 2. Who is this guy? I don't know if I even remember this guy. Multi-face. I don't know. Did this guy become? I don't remember this guy being a figure. Maybe I'm just drawing a blank on it, man. Like I couldn't say Catapult earlier, and yesterday I couldn't remember the name of Godzilla. Getting old, guys. So y'all let me know. See, this from 1982. I was sure I had not known 1982. Maybe they did this figure. It was right there at Tail Run, but I don't think they did that one. So y'all let me know in the comments. And how about this one right here? Eric, who is this? A sorceress. Ooh, a sorceress. Doesn't really look like the sorceress that I grew up on in this cartoon series, but still pretty darn sexy right there. She's got her head inside of a snake or something. You got a merman. Never was a fan of merman. He was always kind of like the light and the loafer figure of the Skeletor gang. I like Skeletor. You can do better. Why you got this guy? I guess he's got to have some kiss ass on his team. But there he is right there. Merman. It looks all wet and slimy. Merman. And of course it's He-Man. He-Man. You got to have He-Man in the He-Man. This is He-Man artwork. Look at that early look at what He-Man could have looked like. Man, that is crap. I don't like that little hat. I like the He-Man we got over that He-Man right there. It's not a bad drawing or anything. It's just not my personal taste of He-Man. And he looks a little old there too. So let's see here. Did I click on? I went back and put a different order. Here's another one from Ninja Turtles. Oh, look at that. This must be with a bag. Look at that play set. That'd be a lot of fun. That looks got some cracked windows though. Look like somebody. Turtles must live downtown on the side of town nobody goes in anymore. It got busted windows and boarded all up and everything. Ooh. So we got that out of the way. We looked at the He-Man. Well, who is this one right here from He-Man? Stalker. I thought it was Moss Man. There's Stalker. I don't remember this guy either, unless the figure just didn't look like that. He looks like Moss Man. He's got a bunch of grass and fur on him and everything, but that's pretty cool. And here we go. One of my favorites as a kid growing up, Man-E Faces. Now you can call him Mini Faces. That's what we call that one guy, man. He turned his head and show his different little faces, and look at that. He's got kind of a cape on right there. We didn't get the cape on the figure. That's kind of cool. Gives you kind of early look of what this figure and the character could have looked like. That's pretty cool. I hope he's in the new movie for real, because man, I was a fan of that guy. And then we've got, what is this? Ninja Turtles. Shredder and Villain. Look at Shredder. You know you guys love Shredder. I don't even know Ninja Turtles. You know, it's before my time. I was kind of getting out of cartoons by the time Turtles came out. But I know Shredder. Who doesn't? I know that Bebop Rocksteady too. But there they go. They look pretty cool. Let's see what else we've got down here. Got another one from Ninja Turtles. Lucky Punch Launcher. Look at that. That looks like a lot of fun. Lucky Punch Launcher. Not locker. It's not like to put his school books in there or anything. And then we'll go down to this next one right here from the Masters Universe. Oh, Warrior. Conan, it says next to it, but it says Masters Universe. I don't know who this is. Must be a friend of Skeletor, because he's got a necklace on with Skeletor's face on it. Man, that's a figure we didn't ever get. Must have been like the Stormtrooper of the line or something. And that was 1982. That was really early getting ready for it. And here's another Ninja Turtles. He did do some work for Playmates. And there he is on some kind of like car thing. Dumpster Dragon. Wow, that's awesome. Wouldn't you like to have a dumpster dragon in personal and real life? Wouldn't you like to have that? I know I would. And Skeletor. Tell me this ain't badass. Look at this. Skeletor, the man. Who's the man? Skeletor's the man. There he is right there. Skeletor. That's kind of creepy. Man, remember you sleeping in your room as you're 10 years old and you saw this in your room? It'd probably scare you. It probably would. Get out of that bed, Larry. And here, Battle Cat. Who doesn't like Battle Cat? I love Battle Cat. I love Cringer more. Cringer doesn't get any love. I love Battle Cat. That's a cool ass drawing. And that in a frame would look really cool. Look at that. Over $1,000 already for that one. You can kind of understand why. That is Battle Cat. And check this one out right here. Who is this? Face Shifter. I don't know. I don't remember Face Shifter. Maybe take the mask. Maybe like a mask. I don't think they ever made this one either. That's pretty cool. Face Shifter. Man, that looks... I'm guessing he's going to be a bad guy. Yeah, that looks kind of got one head. Looks like Merman right there. That is awesome. And here's Beast Man. I never had a Beastman figure. I don't know why. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like having the Emperor figure, not a Royal Guard. But here he is. That looks about like what we got. They didn't change him much. That is awesome for 1981. That is cool. Something about the orange just threw me off. I never liked Strido, the Birdman. I never really cared about this guy as a kid. But it looked cool. The drawing and artwork looks good, though. Never really cared for it. And let's see what else we've got here. Oh, look at this Castle Grayskull. That's badass right there. Look at that. Oh, Castle Grayskull. You like that's what the good guys live in? That ugly, scary thing? But yeah, kind of weird. I know, kind of weird. Look, that skull looks kind of sad though. Looked like he was crying. Look at this one. This would be cool to put on a shirt. But I'm not going to do that. Would I do that? Would I put that on a shirt? There we go. Castle Grayskull. Looks kind of like he got slapped. He's like, Castle Grayskull. 1979, dude. The figure didn't hit, what, 81, 82, I think? Man, that is some early. Well, look at that. Castle Grayskull. That would be a collector's item for sure. And look at this other one. Skeletor. King of Sticks. Look at that. Tell me that wouldn't, man. If your mom started dating this guy, something like that when you were 10, that was scared to shit. You'd be like, Mom, we ain't doing that. It's awesome, man. And then we've got, what is this? Master Universe He-Man variant. He-Man riding a horse. That's what He-Man almost looked like, man, back in 1981. That's crazy. That's crazy. I thought that was an engine on a horse to start with. Okay, and what's this one right here? It looks like something from Land of the Lost. Remember those guys? Webster. That's what the Webster's called. He's purple or kind of blue, and he had a string on his back. I love that figure. He climbed with Castle Grayskull so easy. That's what he almost looked like. Awesome. See what else we've got. This is so crazy, man. Love it. We got Man-at-Arms. Man-at-Arms? That's Man-at-Arms? What? Oh, crazy. 1980. That's what Man-at-Arms almost looked like. What else do we got here? Oh, man. What is this? Wow, look at that Beastman. And I would have bought that figure. That's a scary looking Beastman. Looks kind of like an evil Chewbacca, man. Look like Chewbacca got rabies or something. Man, that is awesome. Let's see what else we got down here. Oh, look at some negatives. Negatives from the toy line. Look at that. Can I click on it and make it bigger? No, I can't. How I can do that and make it bigger? Look at that. Look like some kids about to play like some bark art and stuff. That is awesome. Oh man, that's all they give us? They don't give us all of them? Oh, still, that's pretty cool. If you're into the toys, that'd be cool to have. $150, not that bad. I mean, that's starting price. Might go for more. And if Tarzan, I said he did a Tarzan line. Here's the artwork for Tarzan. Look at that. That looks awesome. Some nice drawing right there. Tarzan and the Jungle Cat right there. And that's all of them that's currently on auction, man. I mean, I can go up here and click on. Let's look at sold. Oh, that ain't in here like they said it was. They tricked us there. They played a trick-a-roo on us. Well, that's it, guys. Mark Taylor, man, what a great. He's still alive today, man. Maybe I can get him on the show to do an interview with him. That'd be awesome. Like, how'd you come up with that Beast Man? It looked like Chewbacca. Why didn't we release that? Why didn't we do that? Maybe we should do concept art. I mean, concept figures based on this art. That'd be awesome. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below, man. And I know you can tell me in the comments, well, he's not really the designer of He-Man. Other people worked on He-Man. I get that too, but he did a lot of inspiration for He-Man, made He-Man what we know today, among others that worked on the line also. So, just wanted to say that. Thanks for watching.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.